I greet you, my brother. I trust you're doing great. I had a mix of the both pictures, and I had it on my Facebook profile picture. Then on my WhatsApp, that was my DP as well. Dion Osagie saw the one of Facebook and he commented, smiles. You see that? Now coming to the issue of Dion Osagie going to Abbat's house without Abbat being informed. I know, one, there is a lot of insecurity attached to such visitation. Two, there is still a lot of insecurity attached to such visitation. Now, I will break it down. The first insecurity, Abbat don't know the intention of Dion Osagie. That's the first one. It could be for an attack or whatever. But as the son of the soil I am, I know any true son of the land cannot be so heartless to go to another true son land for war. Nobody will try it. For as much you are a true Edo son, you can't just leave your house that you are taking war to another person's house. You might be overwhelmed. That is our true nature. Because we understand this, we don't dare take war to each other's house. We don't dare it. No matter who you think you are. Now, the second insecurity Abbat might also be having concerning Dion Osagie uninvited visitation could be that he wants to come and buy him into his fraudulent act. Because Abbat has been preaching about the fraudulent activities of Dion Osagie. A lot of us don't want to look into it so deeply. I want to believe it could be the things people Dion Osagie might have actually defrauded. A lot of them might have been calling Abbat. Because I know a lot of people who have also been calling me about Dion Osagie. A lot of people who even started God's Sent Foundation with him. They've called me many times. There's not that thing they talked about Dion Osagie, because I'm not here to spoil my own fellow Edo brother's name. I will say it the way it is. People have complained about him in terms of pride. And a lot of them I know who complained about, they all left him. They all left him. They all left him. Pride. Then probably people who might have been calling Abbat might have been telling about how Dion Osagie defrauded them. And I know Abbat to an extent that he cannot just come out before the social media and be telling the entire Edo people that Dion Osagie is fraudulent when he does not really have any evidence. But I'm not yet to stress the issue of Dion Osagie being fraudulent. The issue here is, Dion Osagie, you are a brother. You have to try as much as possible to drop your pride. That is number one. If anybody is regarding you because of who you might think you are, don't let it get into your head. Because we all as humans, we can't be something else. We are humans. So if you have any accolades, don't take it like a right. Don't let it get into your head. Don't let it make you get useless. You have to work on yourself to know how to reciprocate that same respect and regard people are having for you. Because we all are performing in different capacities. We are all performing in different capacities. There are a lot of things you can do that I cannot do. There are a lot I can do, you cannot do. So I won't have you come, see my, and you are kind of regarding me for it, then I get to feel I am higher than you. It doesn't work that way. It doesn't at all. It doesn't work at all. Abbat, as an Edo brother, I strongly believe he does not have any other choice than to see Dion Osagie as his own brother. But the thing is, Dion Osagie, for what you have done, it is so clear that most of the things about are talking about you might be true. And if they are true, there is no need to beat around the bush. You have to drop whatever fraudulent businesses you are doing with our people before somebody like Albert can get to see you. We have a lot of Edo brothers who don't associate with anything that has to do with fraudulent art. A lot of us who have gotten to where we are today in life, we could get here because of the little push we got from a lot of our brothers and sisters who gathered trust for us, and we also tried as much as possible to be honest to them in doing businesses with them. In terms of doing businesses and having one or two engagements with them, we could get to where we are today. Now, a lot of our brothers don't want to even have anything to do with a lot of us as well. They don't want to have anything to do with a lot of us as well, because they feel that's not a lot of us. A lot of us, I mean, those that don't know their capacity, those that they've not tried, those that don't know anything about, but not for people like us who have been tested. Not for people like us who have been tested, and people have got to know what we can do and what we cannot do. But we are talking in respect of a lot of people who are suffering. There is more hardship today because a lot of people are keeping their money one side. They don't want to invest because who are they going to invest with? Who are they going to invest with? When they try to work with this person will defraud them. When they want to work with this person, another person defrauds them. You expect such a person to keep investing? The person cannot continue investing. So, if Dion Osagie, one, the pride you have, with what effort I have made for you and Albert to see yourselves as brothers, you are supposed to have called me. If you really need this friendship, if you need the peace, if you need the oneness, if you want to be one-on-one with Albert, you ought to have called me like, brother, thank you for trying to be on the love side. Thank you for being on the peaceful side. I really need to work with my brother Albert. I want all these things to really stop. It's just as simple as that. Because personally, I have made a lot of effort. I have made a lot of effort for the both of you to come together. No, my sister, he said, okay, this should be a brother, Osama Power. He said, I've blocked Albert Obaze for long. He's possessed with hatred. You might see it that way. But we don't jump into conclusion. Like I said, if Albert had been talking about Dion Osagie's fraudulent acts, I trust to the level we all know intellectually that he knows the implication if he does not have evidence to substantiate that, yes, Dion Osagie is being fraudulent to a lot of our brothers and sisters. If you allow fraudulent people to continue doing businesses and to keep injuring people, a lot of people will keep suffering. Nobody gets up when there is no partnership. Nobody gets up when there is no togetherness to say, let's move this thing together. The only way we move together is when people come together to push an idea and have somebody there to push that idea, to bring it into reality. Now, when you have people who don't trust people anymore, what do you expect them to do? They keep their hard-earned income. Because a lot of us who have been able to get to the level we are today, we know it's not easy. People are so good enough that even when you are defrauded and they don't know, they feel they are doing good. Yes, there are a lot of people like that. And once such people get to a level that their heart gets so injured, forget it. Once they block their heart, forget it. And just think about it, what will begin to happen to people around them when they come to the conclusion to say, no, I give up on humanity. A lot of people you see keep doing good and you feel they don't know what they're doing. They have strong love for humanity. They don't even know how to interpret it. When it comes to them, they can't even say no. There are a lot of people who see people suffering, they start crying. It is their nature. That is how God created them. That is their real self. And when they have any means to help out, they will do all they can do to help out. So imagine these people are persistently injured How do you expect them to continue? If they don't continue, there will be more hardship in the land. There will be more hardship in the land. We need peace. We need love. But we need to talk about what is bringing this disunity. We need to talk about what is bringing an impediment to this one love. Because a lot of people are not ready to associate with fraudulent people. For as much Albert believes John Osagie is fraudulent, you can't expect him to be together with John Osagie. Then if John Osagie feels his oneness or togetherness is not necessary, why would he go to Abba's house uninvited? That means he's been desperate. Because he has so many means to reach out to Abbas. So, I don't want to cut it long. Like I said, I don't see these two very necessary to talk much about. But the only pertinent thing I saw here, and the reason why I'm talking about this, is that it still boils down to, we have nothing to gain if we continue to separate from each other. As at this time, Abbott has to change his game. If John Osagie is really fraudulent, as you have been projecting, the time has come for you to go about it lawfully. If you really care about Edo people, you have to go about it lawfully and make sure that John Osagie will get to answer to the law. That is what I feel about it. So enough of we coming on social media and making people to feel like we don't love ourselves. We have great love among ourselves, Edo people. People who love themselves in Edo land are more greater than those who don't love themselves. Yes, there must be a place where people don't love themselves. But I want to tell you, the people who are practicing true love in Edo land, they are much more than those who you feel hate each other. So this social media projection has not added anything to us, has not added anything to our culture, but rather bastardizing it, making people feel like we fight ourselves. We don't love ourselves. So to me, my humble advice to Albert is, it is enough. If truly people have been telling you about the fraudulent businesses John Osagie has been doing with them, it is time you fight it with the law. Do it with the law to put an end to it. So enough of we coming to project all these things, painting ourselves before the people like we hate ourselves so much. It is not true. We love ourselves. We love ourselves. And Albert, you can't run away from it. You must have every reason to see John Osagie as your brother. And John Osagie, I strongly want to also believe that your real intentions of going to Abba's house was really for peace and love. I think that will pay us much better. Okay, fine. Somebody say, you are not Albert. Becky or Mosefe or Baze. Good evening. I strongly believe you are not Albert. If you want to change his mind this minute, he's a man, a full grown-up man. You cannot stop him. If he chose to go and eat with John Osagie as we're talking right now, there's nothing you can do about it. I know Albert to that extent. He's a man that makes his decision and he stands on it. The reason why I'm advising him here to stop the projection, because it really seems like hatred. Yes, that's what it seems like. A lot of us don't want to see the reality that what Abba might be saying about John Osagie might be true. A lot of us don't want to consider those who have been victims of such fraudulent businesses John Osagie might have been doing with different people. You're getting it? So we don't know. But enough of the projection, because it is not helping our culture. It is not helping us as people. We are one people. We are one people. We cannot change the facts. So if there's anything you know about somebody you don't like and you think is unlawful, go about it lawfully to put an end to it. Because you can keep on shouting on social media why he's still defrauding those he will still defraud. There are people who will still fall into his hand. But the only way people will get to know it very well, when you provide evidence and he's arrested, this evidence are proven, and he goes to jail for it, Abba, he can never come out from that jail and to start defrauding people the more. But as you are singing it on social media, he's still busy doing his business. So that is what I mean. So the time has come for all these things to stop. We have right to talk to ourselves. Because each time Albert posts anything about John Osagie, I always want to listen. Because in every nonsense you think, there might be sense in it. Because I've been following them up. That's why I could come up here to talk about these things. Ordinarily, this is not the topic I should talk about. But because it has to do with unity, it has to do with love, it has to do with togetherness. So I have to come here. I have to come here to talk about this thing. It's not a big deal. It's not a big deal. It's painting us black. It's not adding to our culture. It's not adding to us as one people. So I'm not just only here to talk about how John Osagie went wrong, how Albert is so right, or how Albert went wrong, how John Osagie is so right. But the both of them just have to soft pedal. Nobody's asking Albert not to go after now over whatever he wants to do about John Osagie. I can't beg him, but I will only tell him that we can achieve more with unity and togetherness than tearing ourselves apart. So if he wishes to put an end to whatever fraudulent business he feels or he knows John Osagie is doing, he should do it lawfully. If I suspect anybody over any crime, fraudulent is a crime. For someone to be fraudulent, fraud is a crime. If I suspect any criminal activity about anybody, the best I can do is to report it. I am not the police to arrest him. I am not the judge to persecute him. So why talking about it all the time? So that's why a lot of us feel it's hatred. But it might not be hatred. So, but if Abba does not know, he needs to know through this now, that people feels he hates people. So it's also a bad image for him, for people to feel he hates Edo people. If you hate Edo people, who else are you going to love as your own people? Who else? So enough of all this pandemonium on social media. Except you all want to really make us understand that you all are making your monetized social platforms to make money. But as you are making money, you have to also understand that you are causing a lot of destruction to the body of Edo land. Yes, to the body of Edo land. Because you people are using this thing to disgrace us. So it is enough. Let us go about it one-on-one. One-on-one. The EFCC is there. Police is there. The law enforcement agencies, they are all there that you can report any criminal activities to. So it is enough. It is enough. If John Osagie has actually gone to Abba's house for love's sake, for unity's sake, I don't see anything wrong about it. But he never went about it in the right way. What would you expect Abba to think? He will not think good about it. Because he has been attacking you, and you too, you have been reciprocating. So why will you forget so soon? You have been reciprocating. If Abba talk one, you will talk. If he talks another one, you will talk. So what's the need of going to his house to settle the differences? You find a more better way to approach it. I personally, I have talked to the both of you to see reasons why you need to love yourselves and drop all these things. You could not consult me. You could not even consult. There are a lot of people who are also telling Abba to stop all these things he's doing. A lot of people talk to Abba to stop all these things. You couldn't consult them that, see, really, these things we are doing, me, myself, I'm tired of it. That you are tired of it does not mean you are a weak person. Yes, you have to be tired of it because it's not contributing to us positively. If you get tired of anything that is not contributing to you positively, you are a real man. You are a real man. So leave the pride aspect of it and face it squarely. So this is my take on this matter. This pandemonium has to stop. Else we will do our best to stop the both of you coming to talk about hate. Coming to talk as if Edo people are no united people. It's a big disgrace on the body of us. And we cannot accept it because this is not our real culture. This is not our real nature. We love ourselves. None of us have got to where we are today through unity, love, oneness, support. None of us ever did it all alone. If you say you've done it alone, that means there's a great pride in you. We are all what we have today because people came to buy into our ideas. People came to support our ideas. People came to partner with our ideas. What are we telling other ones growing behind us? What are we painting before them? What are we painting? So please, if there's anything you want to stop about, any evil thing or bad thing anybody is doing, go about it lawfully. Go about it lawfully. Because this thing is getting too much. For how long will Albert and John Osagie continue to attack each other? Because me, I know John Osagie. Now that he has tried to go and settle with Albert and he could not, he's going to retaliate. He's going to find something he's going to do. He's going to find something he's going to do that will hurt Albert as well. Because this one Albert has done is hurting him by now. I know. Because he never expected it would befall him this way. He never expected it. He never expected it. I started advocating for the both of you to come together because I know I have access to Albert. I have access to you, Dion Osagie. I've talked to the both of you. Stop these things. So it is where I am doing this for love's sake. I'm doing this for oneness. If you people don't understand it now, hard time, hard situation will make you understand that. We cannot move forward without oneness. We cannot move forward without love. Edo people, we are not people with hatred. With so much hate for ourselves. So you people should stop it. Yes, fine. If anyone wrong you, you can talk about it. But that one doesn't mean Edo people hate themselves. And for the fact that anyone is also talking about whatever one is not doing right, does not mean he's attacking his own brother. The governor is our brother. If he's not doing right, a lot of people are talking about it. A lot of us will talk about it. But that doesn't change the fact that he's our brother. He's our brother, and that's why we keep advising ourselves. Let's go about it constructively. Because I'm a pyro in my hand. You know, day. You know, day. My leg now see this old Edo land, now we go end down. So more no call live bad thing for our children. I beg. Because we don't have any other place we can call our own. God will make us Edo people. In a wise God. So more begin to appreciate ourselves. We have to continue to appreciate ourselves for being Edo people. So this is my take on this matter. And I have to be open-hearted to talk about it. I'm not here to offend anybody. I'm not here to offend Dion. I'm not here to offend Albert. I'm not here to talk like as if I am the best. But at least, everybody, we all have our imperfections now. But we have to keep it. Before you know it now, with all these things we are projecting, before anything will happen outside, they'll say, I know people, now so that they do. Meanwhile, not be so we they do. Not be so we they do. We have a lot of honest, peaceful, loving Edo people. I have seen. If you have not seen, I have seen. It's just like, I don't like projecting it. And a lot of people, God has helped me to meet. There are not such people that will do something for you and tell you, because you are a social media influencer, go and say it. Go and tell the people what we did for you. No, those are not the type of people I have around me. A lot of people come to see me in this town. We don't snap. We don't do video to show to them that somebody come for overseas. We did together. A lot. A lot. Edo people, they go just do one for you. You go there like, God. God. Now person do this one for me. Edo person, I do this one for me. He no be my papa picking. He no be my mama picking. He do this one for me. He just arrange this thing, call me, say, na me give am to. He no say, make I call social media, I can't show am. A lot of them are giving support to good ideas and all. So it is out of love. It is out of unity. It is out of love. So the time has also come for us to project all these things. That's why most times, so a lot of people also don't like projection. But most times, this is one of the reasons why we need to also be showing all these things. To show to the world that Edo people love themselves. Edo people love themselves. But a lot of people don't care. They don't want it. They just do it for you. They're like, hey, it's okay. Don't talk about it. Just go. You're doing well. Just continue in your goodness. Yes, a lot of Edo people. And you will not be able to recover from that thing. People don't do something for me. I go they drive, go as I go they say, God. God, I did dream. I did dream now. My fellow human being, a fellow Edo brother, and I do this one for me. It no be my papa picking, no be my mama picking. God, did it happen like this? Yes. I don't see. I don't see many. So the hate is not about us. The disunity is not about us. We love ourselves. So please, I think if these people continue with this, I personally will draw the attention of elders who can talk senses into their head. Settle your differences. There are a lot of ways you can catch the fish in the river. But don't do it in a way to also dent the image of others. Whatever about things you want to achieve with this, you should just go low and achieve it. You can just do it low. If it's true about John has been fraudulent, we should just hear one day that John has been apprehended for so and so fraudulent activities. Good. If it happens, no be a dope person start time, and no be a dope person go hand down. There are a lot of fraudulent people elsewhere. But go about it lawfully and on a low ground and get a good result. Not every time, you do this one, you do this one. He's still living, he's still doing his things. Nothing has changed. If you keep still talking about that, means nothing has changed. What's the essence of still talking about it? If you can't stop it. If you can't stop it. A lot of us gave up on leaders of this country because we have been talking fine, but where is the strength to stop them? It is what we want now. We want somebody to reveal that strength to stop all these people. It is what we want. But the real obvious ones, we will still talk. But taking them as a project. I told a friend one day, I said, imagine if I have taken Buhari as a project. Me being a student now, and I decide to take Buhari as a project. Take him as a case study of my project. I will finish writing such projects, and that project will be useless. The project will never be meaningful to anybody that will get to see that project. I know meaningful things I've done in my life ever since I felt like, hey, if these people want to continue in this way, let them continue. What you don't want to understand ordinarily, one day, has situation will let you know that you have not been doing well. For real. So may the Lord bless us all. Oba talk by he said, Etun waya, the strength of the whole Edo land. Our ancestors, now they talk about these things. My heart is so open talking about these things. It's enough. Let's show the love aspect of our lives.